Don't forget, this is Lube, and I hope you're all ready. This video is 6.5 months in the making. Started thinking about this exactly as June ended, but this is going to be my personal top 10 favorite shoes to have released. So there's going to be any brand, anything like that. And first off, I'd like to apologize for lack of videos. That was just because I was on my college orientation. So expect a whole bunch of new pickup videos. I got a ton. So that's coming to you real quick, 0 to 100. And we're going to start it off at number 10. Number 10, I have the Wimbledon AirTech Challenge 2. You can go to my channel and look at my review on that. There was a bunch of different shoes I was thinking about. I'm not going to throw in any honorable mentions like Drake. I'm not going to be throwing in any honorable mentions because there's a ton of different shoes, and then I don't want to not mention an honorable mention, so I'm just going to include strictly the top 10. You can tell me down below what you think. So that's that. Number 10, AirTech Challenge. The Wimbledon one, I think, a little bit better than the French Open one. I like the idea of the French Open having its split design on each side, but I think the Wimbledon, maybe I'm a little biased because I have them in hand, but like the quality on them is just so nice that I think it just put them up there. And then the concept itself is dope. So going to number 9, seems like a long ass time ago, but the Prelude 7, I believe the 5, 6, 7, and 8 Preludes dropped in 2014, so they count since this is going to be from January 1st to June 30th. So I think the Prelude 7 was my favorite. I actually struck out on these and I could not get them, but I think they're dope. They're not too expensive right now if you're looking for them, so you can go ahead and pick those up. Or tell me what you think about that. That's a Kobe. And number 8, we have the Jordan 6 Carmine. The quality was a little better than I expected. Carmine, this is my favorite Jordan GR of the year. Hasn't really been anything too popular. I had this over the infrared 23 6. Was there anything dope to drop Jordan wise? I don't really think so. GR wise, so the best Jordan GR so far, Carmine 6 at number 8, and then number 7 we have a Saucony. This is my one and only Saucony in the list. There's a bunch that could be mentioned. I went with the gray and red Life on Mars collab with Premier. I'd say I don't want to get this wrong, but I believe it's a Saucony 6000, I believe. Yeah, I think so. But the red and the gray / black looking one, real dope. Struck out on those too. But the quality looked insane. Wish I could have grabbed those, and in my opinion, the best Saucony collab of the year. And then number 6, the HTM Kobe 9 black multi Flyknit low elite. Wow, that's a lot of words, but that'll be my number 6. I wasn't going to include these since they only dropped in Italy, but on the 28th of June they did drop in store at Nike Lab, so I'm going to count that as a release. I know I included the Wimbledon AirTech challenges, and those were Europe only. So I'm just going to include the HTM Black Multis. You can get pretty close. You can basically make a masterpiece low ID. So hopefully that option comes back. And like, yeah, ID soon because I want to make one of those myself. Because not a chance I can spend $2 on some Kobe lows. I think 200 is too much, but hey, what you gonna do? So number 5, the Nike Air Yeezy 2 Red October. Definitely the most hyped release. Dropped at random time, all that. The Red October, just a dope shoe, man. Nothing all red has been able to do it since we've seen pictures of it. Nothing has even come close. I like the model itself. It makes the strap popular, all that. The scales on point, and then that red, it just pops. And you see somebody you know It's like, damn. So I think it's just a hot shoe. And then number 4, this is probably going to be the most disagreeable shoe choice that I made, but I chose the Jordan 1 and Nike SB collab with Craig Stike, the skater, which is the iridescent colorway, the greenish one that turns to silver. Check out my channel for an unboxing video I have on that. Also the review of all 3 of the Jordan collabs, which you probably are going to expect later in this countdown. Remember, this is my personal pair, so there's a lot of bias, because I try to pick up most of the pairs that I would like, so if they're in the top 10, I probably tried to get them. So I either have them or tried to get them, you know. So, I mean, there's going to be some personal bias, so this is my personal list. This isn't like the most hyped release, this is what I like the best. So, number 3 is the Masterpiece Kobe 9 Elite High. I didn't even try for this shoe, because it was the same day as the Tiffany's, which I copped the Tiffany Dunk Highs, but I wish I went for the Masterpieces, because I like the Masterpieces 10 times better. I don't even like the Tiffany's. I got them, I was kind of bitten by the hype bug, and I have a 9.5, which is generally my true size. Maybe my true size is a little bit lower, but I usually like to wear 9.5s, but in the Dunk High, I've since gotten the Rivalry Pack, check that video down in my description, and I like those. I have a 10 and a 9.5, and the 10 fits me much better. So, who knows what those Tiffany's will be, but I remember Nike.com basically crashed that day. So, probably wouldn't have, I'm lucky I got anything, but I wish I got the Masterpieces instead. And number 2, the black Jordan 1 and Nike SB and Lance Mountain collaboration. Real dope. I have a double up of these. Real clean, nothing much else to say, man. Black, you get the royal, you got the bread. Clean, it's gonna be a classic sneaker, man. Just the concept itself is insane, which makes the number 1 shoe of the first 6 months of 2014 the white Jordan 1 X Nike SB X Lance Mountain shoe. Such a clean colorway. The white laces, it looks dope with white laces. If you're not feeling the black laces, throw in the white laces and then compare them back to the black. A lot of people prefer the black. The black, I guess, is more classic because, you know, the royal and the bread are that black and that red, and then that black and that royal blue. But I think the white, this is just this is a dope concept. The overall theme of this shoe, a lot of the shoes on this list have a theme to them. Like the Wimbledons, you know, the Masterpieces, the Life on Mars Saucony, all that. So I'm going to do a quick rundown, see how many Jordans we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 Jordans. That includes 3 of them. I'm going to include the Jordan SBs as a Jordan because it's a Jordan 1. So that's 4 Jordans. 1, 2, 3 Kobe's. 0 LeBrons, 0 KD's. And now Nikes. Then 1 Nike AirTech Challenge. And 1 Saucony and 1 Yeezy. So 2 Nike models. And you get the point. So basically dominated by Nike and Jordan. I feel like New Balance is going to be bringing it second half of the year. I'm also going to be putting out a video for the most underrated shoes. So that'll be coming soon. And then at the end of July, I'll have a video for the best shoes of July, in my opinion, of course. Which that list is already shaping up to be better than the first 6 months. So July is a hot month. Tell me what you think about this video. Sorry it was so long coming, but expect one of these again at the end of the year and at the end of each sequencing month. And then in between that, expect a lot of pickup videos, my 69 subscriber special, and a bunch of unboxings. So I hope you all have a very nice day, and don't forget to leave me some feedback in the comment section.